Hello, everyone. It's Kim from K&RP here in southeastern Manitoba. It's a partly cloudy day, currently 16 degrees Celsius, feels like 60 degrees Fahrenheit, or it is 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Air is clear, it's beautiful, had the windows open for a while this morning. It's a great day, great day, great day. So today, I'm on my own and I'm having that show. I get the artist wall at the local pharmacy for a week in September. So I'm making some little journals to put there for sale. And so I figured that, hey, Belinda, welcome. I figured that I could just work on some pages and chat with you guys today. One of the other things I'd like to do is I've been making these little hidden paper clips that will hang off the side of your page and you can put lovely dangles on. So I'd like to finish decorating those as well. Don't know if we'll get to that today, but we're just going to start and do what we're doing. How are you, Belinda? What's new and exciting? New and exciting. So these are the little journals I'm doing. I'm going to have 12 pages in each of them. I've got a few already that, they're not really decorated or anything. I'm just kind of collecting at the moment. This is going to be the cover. I'm going to, of course, decorate that, put a big piece of, hey, Teresa, nice to see you. Put a nice gel print front and back. I don't want them overly stuffed so that I don't really have to put a closure on, although I might do it so that I can put like these paper clips, actually. I wonder if these paper clips will work. Let's try it. Of course, that's not the 12 pages, but we can try this anyway. Might be just a little wide for the paper clip. I guess maybe I should try it. Okay, some of these papers are a little long. Have to trim them down yet, but that's okay. So anyway, if I could use one, oh look, I could use one of these paper clips as a closure if I don't put too many more papers in and just have this as a wonderful closing apparatus for it. Whew, I think that's what I'm going to strive for. Like I say, I want about 12 pages in. What have I got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, that's 8. So 4 more pages, I'm thinking. 4 more pages. Wait a minute. Yeah. 4 more pages I need. You made a master board? Nice. Oh, fantastic. Fantastic, Belinda. So anyway, I've got 5 of these little journals. Right now they have 8 pages in. Let's use this ledger paper. I'll cut those to fit as well. I think I just cut my pages in half when I did them. So that's 11 inches. I'm going to go 5. No, let's do 4. 4 inches is a nice height to go in. And that moved. Look at that. Okay. Gotta trim that edge off because it didn't cut straight because I wasn't holding it down. There we go. Whoa! Throwing things in the garbage. All right, so I've got 5 pages like this to go in. I will save these for something else. So that's 8, 9. What else have I got around here that I could use these? I've got coffee stain paper. 4. You know what? I bet you if I took 3 and folded them in half, I could still get 5-inch pages because this is a 14-inch 11 by 14 or 8.5 by 14. What color is your masterboard? I have a bin of masterboards here because I want to put belly bands on some of these pages. I don't want this journal to be overly fancy per se. I'm thinking I wanted about 4.5 inches. This one, these ones. Yeah. That's how I end up with scraps like this. Oh, look. I did that so wrong. So wrong. What's the matter with me? Now we gotta do this for now. It's okay. It's okay. This is what happens when I talk and work. 4.5 inches. There. Oh, lots of scraps. I don't know. Okay. 8, 9, 10. 2 more kinds of papers. 2 more. What am I going to use? I don't know. What about just plain white paper? I can use plain white paper, right? I certainly can. Like I say, I want 12 pages. That'll give them 24, 48 sides, something like that. Okay. 1, 2. I don't know if that's 3, 4. I think if I do 3 and I cut them at the 4.5 mark, I should be able to get 2 out of those pages, right? Yes. I can add. What are you working on, Teresa? Browns, greens, blues, reds, and a bit of purple. Awesome. Awesome. So let's do 4.5 twice for these. Like I say, these are just little mini junk journals. I'm not going super crazy with decorating them. Wow, I'm getting lots of scrappy bits. That's okay. I can make more journals for us, for giveaways and things. Okay, let's move this for now. We're at 11 pages. Yeah, painty papers. You know what, Teresa? I love those flowers that you did. I really, really love those flowers. So I'm going to fold these in half. I'm going to try and fold these in half. Let's move this white thing out of the way so you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm trying to protect this mat. I've got so much goop on it. Oh, see? Look. I took 3 pages and I was supposed to cut 2 of them, 2 sets. I did not. That's why I've got so much left over of the white. 2. And painty envelopes. I love painty envelopes. I really love painty envelopes. You know, you line it up and then you don't fold it right. Okay, I need that cutting back. Come back. And where were those white ones I cut off? Right here. And I said 4.5. You know what? Yes, the pages are all going to be roughly the same. I'm not going to decorate them the same. You know, I want these journals to be about $10, so I am not going full out with my decorating for these ones. Oh, thanks, Teresa. The tags, I love the tags. Those flowers, like anyone you want to send, that would be just, I love them. Very, very pretty. Did you see her flowers? She posted them in Meet Your Creativity, Belinda. They're just so fun. So fun. Oh, speaking of being creative, met a friend for coffee yesterday morning, and we ended up going to a place called the Scrapbook Cottage. And, you know, when you're with somebody else, you can't just walk out of a store with nothing. Do you guys have that problem too, or is it just me? Hey, Andrea, nice to see you. So anyway, we went to the um, Scrapbook Cottage. It's a store in Winnipeg, and it started in Steinbach. This is their second store. Um, and of course, it's a scrapbook store, so it's got lots of fabulous papers and things. But they had sale bins, guys. They had clearance bins. So I picked up this die because I thought those would be kind of fun just to, for edgings and borders and whatever. I just really liked those. But they're fun because, I've always got little narrow scraps, obviously. Then they had this set of miniature stencils, 3 of them for $5. And those are the patterns of them. So I thought those are really cute. I fell into the trap. My friend is an enabler. So I bought those. And then this was not on sale. I don't even know what the heck I paid for this. What did I pay for this? Okay, so this was $2.50 for one piece of paper. But this is a really nice heavy piece of cardstock. And look at this. Aren't those wonderful? Like if I was doing a masculine journal, like I would be cutting these up and using them as cards. It's heavy enough that heavy enough that I could use them as cards to tuck into pockets and things. So anyway, I thought that this was absolutely, I love the old vehicles, like the old rusty trucks and stuff. So that's what I bought yesterday. It was under $20. I didn't go all crazy. So, can't complain. Yeah. Yep. Well, you go to a craft shop and it wasn't like a big one. It wasn't Michael's or a name brand place. So I like to support the little craft stores because, it's run by people like you and me, and you get it. It's something that you got to help the little guys. Those flowers for experimental watercolor. Well, I like those flowers. Now, see, these might be a little bit wide for those little books, but that's okay. I can fold them in, and they can be like flips. I want to do a lot of flips. So, of course, again, I cut 3. You know what? These aren't 4 inches, but I'm going to use them for pages anyways. The other 2 books. Like I say, they're going to have their same pages in, but they're not going to be the same. My justification, Dad. I just feel like I can't go into a small business like that. And especially after I've been walking around going, these papers are beautiful, and I love scrapbook papers. I've bought scrapbook papers in the past. I'll keep them around for about a year and then decide I don't like them anymore and I paint them. So I don't buy scrapbook papers. And I was explaining this to my friend as we were at the store, and she's just laughing at me. And we all know that I don't use stamps very often. So I wasn't about to spend, $20 on a bunch of stamps. I figured I would purchase things that I know how to use. Yeah. And I mean, we all know that I have so many train magazines that I got a lot of masculine stuff like that. Oh, right. That was the journal I was doing for my grandson, I think, Belinda. He wanted that old looking journal. So it was all coffee dyed and rust stained and that kind of thing. So anyhow, that wasn't my whole day yesterday. I was supposed to meet this person for coffee at about 9:15. I ended up stuck in construction in traffic. The left turning lane was closed. There was only one lane out of three. So the people were waiting to turn left were blocking the people who wanted to go straight. It took me forever to get where I was going. And of course, my phone wasn't connected to the car because there was an update and it canceled both of our phones from the car. And as I was leaving, Ron says, "We need to connect your phone to the car." And it's like, I don't have time. I'm already running late. So they were phoning, and of course I can't answer it because I'm driving or sitting behind the wheel, and we would still get fined for using our cell phone if we were stopped in traffic like that. So, hey, nice to see you, Allie. So we had our coffee. We went to the scrapbook cottage. I drove past Ron and my favorite place for burgers coming home. Well, actually, the scrapbook place was a block away from it. So I drove by it twice, once going there and once going home. And when I got home, I said to Ron, "Want to go for a burger?" So we went back to the city for a burger. And then he only likes a specific beer. It's like it's a red ale or something, and it's made by a brewery in Winnipeg. So you can only get it at a liquor store. The last case he bought was last year, and he's out now. And I like Mike's Hard Lemonade, so I figured, yeah, okay, we'll stop by the LC, Liquor Commission, liquor store when we were coming home. And then I totally forgot, left the city. We were just pulling into our town. I said, we forgot to go to the Liquor Commission. So we went to the other city that's on the other side of us. We're kind of between two cities. One is the capital of Manitoba, the other is a smaller city. I think there's like 12,000 people in it, but you can get city status at 10,000 or 12,000. Anyway, it's a small city. So figured we would go there and get the liquor. So it was just a day of driving. And of course, while we were there, it's like, okay, I'm really thirsty after having bought food that is loaded with salt. So it's like, I would like something to drink. So we stopped and got iced coffees. It was a bad day. I bought a lot of junk, but it was fun. Yeah, the thing is the air quality was good. So I was having no issues with my breathing. I didn't have to take emergency puffers because of smoke or anything. Although while I was sitting stuck in traffic, because they were laying asphalt on the lane right beside me, I did have to have my car on recirculate because I was starting to get cloggy. All right. So I think now we've got 11 pages each. Let's try. Let's just make stacks of papers, right? So I used a whole bunch of just plain cardstock because evidently I have lots of plain cardstock. No, you know what? It's been a while since Ron and I have gone anywhere because of the smoke. I get housebound from the forest fires burning and stuff. So it was really good that we could get out and about and just, have some fun and spend some quality time without saying we have to go grocery shopping or we have to pick up whatever, right? Yeah, it was a nice prolonged trip. Because it's half an hour to where we went for the burger, and then half an hour back, and then half an hour to the other city, and half an hour. Yeah, it was prolonged. All right. Okay, so these are my 5 piles of papers. I don't know if I should break them down into. No, I'm just going to do it like this. 5 of those. And just add to them. Add to the piles. Well, those aren't bad. Those will fit. These ones I'm iffy about. These ones will have to be folded in, I think. That's perfectly fine. All right. Wish I had these in copy paper size, or copy paper instead of just the cardstock. All right, we're going to start by using edgings. Let's pull out the edging box, which is, oh, I pulled out a whole bunch of bins of stuff. They're beside me, and I'm creating craft-a-lanches because I can. Okay, this is the lined paper bin. So because a lot of them are blank pages, I'll use some of my hand done lined paper. I'm just going to pull out a whole bunch of little bits, and I'm just going to be adding them randomly all over the place. These are not lined, but they're fun. These are the kinds of things I like to put just on the book pages. Another doodled line pages. Doodled line pages. I like them. Got a whole stack here. I don't know about you guys, but I save all these little lined bits so that I can add them when I do journals. Because sometimes you want just a little something up in the corner or whatever that they can put a quote or something on. So I always have like a stash of lined papers. Glue. I have glue. Anna's doing okay. She's still quite tired, but she's definitely improving daily. Slow but sure is kind of what I understand from my conversations with her. So see, something like this. You just kind of put it on the corner. So again, I like taking scraps of paper, things like this, that I've chopped off, and hand drawing lines on them so that I can have them just to grab and glue. I'm all about the grab and glue. Anne had a stroke, Allie. She is a lovely person. I will definitely, if she's not here hiding in the audience, in the balcony or whatever, I will let her know that folks are asking how she's doing. She said that she's been spending a lot of time on Pinterest.
Incoming.
I'm just thinking, oh yeah, lots of ideas. Lots of ideas. We all need more ideas. Yes, I will definitely let her know. See, that one's a little long for that. Oh, that takes up the whole piece. I like that. And then, of course, after you do the lines on them, you edge them with muck water and then spatter muck water on them. Look at how pretty those are. Grungy, pretty things. This is why I save muck water in various colors. Yeah, all right. So these now have a lined piece of paper on one side of the folio. These folded in half papers are actually called folios. I have learned, much to my own amazement. It's like, wow, that's interesting. So that's the white, just the white copy paper I'm using. And of course, can come in and edge that if I want. So I've got 3 more sides of those to do if I want to do anything on. But I think, so I've got these lovely bits that I'm going to add throughout the journals and stuff from this bag. I found these wonderful little, you guys know I always have stuff on as background noise. And I found these wonderful little pocket things. I found pockets and paper clips, hidden paper clips this past week. But these little folded things that, and they're simple. It's just one piece of paper and you fold it in 3. You put some tags in and put a corner thing on the front for another tuck spot. You could glue it as a flip. However, me and my muck water. Oh, yes, definitely. I think that's part of my paganism is creating things with mucky stuff. Anyway, so I pulled out some light cardstock and I cut it into 4-inch tall pieces. 3. So I'm going to take different color for each of these little journals. 5. Now you're not gonna believe this, guys. I'm gonna use a scoreboard. I bought a scoreboard, and it's for things like this, not because I want to measure anything really and truly and deeply, because that's not how I operate. So I'm assuming these are 8.5 inches wide. So somewhere in the middle, I want to score 3 inches. You know what? I'm not going to really care and measure. I think 3 inches in the middle because these are folded at different depths, not depths, widths, if that's what you want to call it. So I have, I bought a scoreboard. It comes with this fancy dancy little knife. Woohoo! So I'm going to cut it, score it here. Look, I'm not even going down the lines. I got a scoreboard and I'm not using lines. What the heck? There we go. There, and so then it would be at the 4, which is round about here. Jumped. Jump to the next one. This is not a super expensive scoreboard, so these aren't as deep as I saw at the craft cottage, the scrapbook cottage I was yesterday. So this one goes here. This one is way big. So I'm going to just lop off a hunk of that because I can. Because it's got a cutter thing too, instead of hauling the other one out. So it's going to go like this because that little overlap is the way it goes. And then you just cut angles from each side, glue the bottoms, and that's how they're made like this. So kind of what I'm going to do. Yeah, fancy dancy little knife bone folder. My bone folder is too thick to actually fit in these. I was using this. It's what we used to use for those It's on plastic and the lettering, and you scrub it and it peels it, lays it down. I can't remember what it's called. You know. So anyway, this is a very tiny little knob thing. It's pretty darn sharp. What actually I found worked the best is a crochet. This crochet. This end of the crochet hook seems to work nice. So that's what I'm going to use. Okay, so that was way too big on that side. Doesn't matter. I can always cut it down again. Let's go to here. Mark it at the 1. So what are you guys up to this? Rub-ons! Whoa! Did you see that? I was so excited. I threw my crochet hook. It's in this pile over here someplace now. Oh my goodness. Oh, guys. That was hilarious. Wash my hands. Can't do a thing with them today. Okay, that's gone. Let's take this other crochet hook. Ha! I'm sorry, guys. I am and I'm not. Oh, look, see, I've got a really big side there again. And I think that's probably only 2 inches. 2.5. Whatever. It's good. I'll have to do this again. And I want to cut it about there. This is what happens when you don't measure. You have to fix stuff. You gotta fix stuff this way. I'll cut them after. Okay, let's just cut an inch off the ends. It didn't startle me. You know, I get these things with my hand. Sometimes it's hilarious. It's not when you're peeling potatoes and the potato gets launched or the knife or whatever. But all in all, it's okay. I just, it is what it is. But yeah, definitely prefer crochet hook. Definitely prefer crochet hook. Oh, that one just about went right through. Woo, that's very thin. Don't press so hard, Kim. Don't press so hard. See, I keep cutting stuff off. And obviously they're not going to be the same size because they're different thick, like widths that I'm chopping because I don't measure. If you're really someone who likes to measure, then I'm not the person you should be watching. Just letting you know. Don't press so hard, Kim. Gently, gently. And let's just cut it before you even do anything. Oh, there. Ouch. Then I get these fun things to play with. Look, guys, I'm making scraps. Yeah, rub-ons. Yeah, I used to work at an art supply store, so I would get all these strange things at cost. So I managed to have lots of strange things that I've ended up passing on to daycares, etc. Again, see, I could have gone a little wider probably. Oh, that didn't cut worth a darn. This is not a very expensive board, and the reason I didn't get a super fancy dancy one is because I'm using it for stuff like this, not for folding cards exact or anything. You guys know how I operate. I just needed something. Yeah, they don't transfer. Yeah, I think that's probably why I got rid of them. All right. So the wide one goes in first and then the narrow one so that you've got an edge. Of course, this edge is now ucky. We'll just do that. Now we need to cut them. So I'm just going to take this. Here, a pair of scissors. And we're just going to go from somewhere on the side, doesn't matter where on the side you go from, and you're just going to go up to the fold so that you have an angle. You could do that on both sides. And I guess if you really want to be picky, I can be that little bit picky for you here. You could do it so that you've got matching angles. Not that they match because one's bigger than the other, but reasonable. So then it kind of looks like a shirt. Like I could make it look like a shirt with buttons down it and a collar if I so desire. That'd be kind of cute. So anyway, when you've got it like this, you can tuck in here, and then if you put that little corner tuck on, you've got that. And if you use it as a flip or whatever, you can also tuck behind. So it holds a fair bit of stuff. We're just going to cut them all now and glue them. And I'm not going to be too particular about the angles, guys. See, this one I pressed really hard. I can feel how flimsy it is. Now, I don't know if I want to edge these with something so that, I don't know. Ideas? Thoughts? Anyone? Always looking for suggestions. Yeah, they're cute. Well, that wasn't straight. All right. So, like I said, I don't know if I want to edge them. Should I edge them? Should I get some muck water and edge them? Look at these lovely scraps. Triangles and rectangles. You have no... All right. No opinion on that? I did edge one page of these. One of my coffee dyed papers I did edge with muck water. I think maybe I'll do that. I will be right back. Just need to decide which of the journals on the counter I want to use. These are the dark. I don't think it's as dark as that other one I had, but it'll still work just fine. Let's grab a paintbrush. Nothing to mind. All right. It's okay. I can, nope, that one's not dark enough. Not dark enough. It's darker. So I don't know which side's under. And I'm just running the paintbrush along the edges. That's what I do. I guess I need it along this edge because that's going to be showing. And then the bottom's in the fold. So put that there, let it dry, do the rest. You guys are lots of help. Really, you are. Whoa, way big. It's okay. Oh, wrong one. It's supposed to be on this side for that. It can dry. Okay, Andrea. I'm sorry I asked you guys if anybody had exciting plans for the weekend. And then I didn't look at chat. Anybody got anything fun happening this weekend? You know what? I need to do all that in case I decide that I want to turn it into a flip. And of course, I'll be decorating the fronts as well. Each the bottoms. Yeah. I don't have much planned for the weekend. Well, I do. I lied. Ron stripped what he could from the apple tree today because when he moved all that dirt in and around last week, um, he added a lot of dirt around the apple tree because that's where we get a lot of water buildup from spring runoff. So he wants to seed it, and he doesn't want to seed it if we're going to be going out and picking apples. So he pretty much stripped the tree this morning. So I've probably got about 20 pounds of apples sitting out there waiting for me to deal with. And then, of course, I picked tomatoes and peppers. And so that's what I'm going to be doing this evening and tomorrow. Dealing with produce, which is good because, the price of groceries, any little bit that I can put by that I'm not going to have to spend money on is a bonus as far as I'm concerned. And that's why I grew this stuff. Yeah, it is a lot. But I mean, with the applesauce, I use that instead of oil in my baking for a lot of things, Belinda. So I love having applesauce in my freezer for that. And then I do apples so I can add them to smoothies or muffins or, oh, that's really much, really good and dark and grungy. Um, I like to make like apple pie smoothies where it's got lots of cinnamon, nutmeg, and apple in the smoothie. It's kind of like a dessert smoothie, but I freeze them too, right? I put them into popsicle tray things and freeze my smoothies so that don't always have to be having ice cream. You know how it goes. All right. All right. They will be lovely and green. Of course, they're all nice and wet. Yeah, there's a lot of apples. I mean, I've got 3 pies in the freezer. That's plenty good enough because it's not like we have to have a pie a month or anything, but it's nice to have the applesauce. And I just slice apples and freeze them so that, like I say, I can use them in muffins or cakes or whatever. Yeah, but I cheat when I make my pies, Belinda. I buy the frozen pie shells. I am horrible at pastry. My mom could make pastry. It was melt in your mouth, phenomenal pastry, and I just don't have a light enough hand for it. My sister makes nice pastry. I cannot do pastry for love nor money. I'm too heavy handed. Okay, so this one's just about dry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue it, and then I'm going to do these edges, and I'm going to do both sides just in case, like I say, I want to do a flip because these make really cute little flips. Yeah, you know, and especially right now when you're doing the harvesting and everything, I don't have time to muck around with pastry. I'm sorry. I just do not. Nope. Nope. I do not. All right. So we're going to glue this, which is the wider side. This is the wider side, so it goes down first. Can you? I guess you guys can't see me. This is the wider side. So look, I got muck on it. Glue this one down first. And I just do it by running a thin bead of glue along the bottom edge. That. Fold it. Press it. Oh, fold it. Press it. Press it. And then, see, I should have used the bone folder and done my edges. I'll do that right away after I glue this side down. Because it's kind of puffing out on me, and I don't want that happening. You know, I do so much stuff from scratch that breaking down and buying pie shells, I'm totally fine with that. You know, like my bread, my soups. Well, okay, I haven't been making bread for the past couple of months, but bread, soups. A lot of times I do my own noodles. It sometimes I just, you know, need that bit of a respite. And you know, that was one of the things I said when I retired. I'm going to master making pastry because I like things like uh, Cornish pasties. Those are those hand sandwiches done on pastry. Um, so it's like a pocket of filling, but it's all sealed, almost like a calzone or a pizza pop, I guess, but it's done with pastry. So I'd really like to do some chicken and mushroom pasties, but again, you know, it's the time thing. But those are really nice to have in the freezer as well. Hey, Nancy, welcome, welcome. I am just mucking about with doing some pages for little journals. I'm just folding up some pockets. I haven't decided if I'm going to use them as flips or tucks or whatever. So I'm muck watering all the edges because I don't use ink. I save my muck water, my magic potions or whatever. So yeah, it's kind of what I'm up to. And so let's start with the wide one. Goes in first, and then the narrow one. Again, I didn't use my bone folder to smush these edges down, so I'll do that now. Oh, I'm smearing wet paint all over these things. That's okay. A little bit of grunge never hurt. Never hurt. I will just go ahead and spatter this one then. Cover up those muck marks I made. I'll show you. I just spattered it with some of the muck water. I'll do the same to the other side when that is dry. Let's put it on a level surface. All right. This is done. That's done. 2 more to go. Yeah, it'll dry. So I learned something very interesting today. My daughter messaged me this morning and said, "Did you know Souris, which is a little town on the west side of Manitoba, the province, well, closer to the west side, does a scarecrow festival every year. So the businesses do really funky scarecrows and they put them out in front of their shops, and people do scarecrows in their yards. And then they have like a big town-wide garage sale. So I'm trying to convince Ron that we need to take a nice little road trip out there for that weekend. And oh, well, now I'm getting it on all of them. And some of this stuff over there. It's okay. It's okay. So yeah, I'm excited. I would love to go and see this scarecrow festival because I love scarecrows. And for some reason, I've been really fixated on. I don't know if you guys have seen this on Facebook. There are a couple of groups that are all about skeletons, and you can get some really fancy ones at Home Depot right now. I looked yesterday. I didn't see anything that really grabbed my fancy um, when we were there yesterday. That was the other stop we did. We stopped and got grass seed, so Ron could do that back 40. Um, yeah. So the, instead of elf on the shelf, they've got skeleton on the gelatin and stuff. I love them. So I'm trying to convince Ron that I need people-sized skeletons, and that way I can have them sitting around the table for family dinners and stuff, and I'll name them and give them different hats to wear and make up whole stories about them because I think it would just be fun. You know, you know how I roll. I figure if I can throw eyeballs at the grandkids, I can have skeletons all over the house. Yep, yep. Okay, now these are definitely going to have to dry. And this muck water is so thick because I've let it evaporate so much that I may even have to go and wash this brush after. Okay, so I'm going to move these onto something. I move them off my desk so that I have room to work. So those are going to be the little pockets that I'm going to use on some of the pages. I'm just going to use this lid from the box beside me. So I pulled out the box of edgings, page edgings that I have. Okay. Put them over here to dry. Clean up the muck. Move this someplace where muck can get over. All right. Well, I guess this should go back with the scoreboard. We'll get to that. Hey, Lisa, welcome, welcome. Nice to see you. I have a spot at the local pharmacy. They have an artist's wall, and they like artists to put stuff up. Your stuff's up for a week, and there's no charge. And they asked me because they had a couple of openings in September. They actually asked Ron if I wanted to do it, and he said he didn't know. So I talked to them, and I am putting stuff on the wall for September, the week of September 23rd. So I figured I would make some little cheapy journals um, to put in there, as well as I'll crochet some of those eyeballs to put in there too, because I think that'll be fun. Halloween's coming. I can't be the only one that loves those eyeballs. Yeah. All right. So I pulled out the bin of edgings, paper edgings. And I have a few. These aren't the ones that are complete. These are the ones that still need to be doodled on. Wrong container. They're in the Timbits bin. Rats. Rats. Okay, grab the Timbits bin. Wait. Edgings. Oh, we could do some tucks if they fit. And I want to do belly bands. Some more edgings. I wonder if I got 5 of these. 1, 2, 3. I do. 4, 5. All right. There we go. As I say, these aren't going to be overly decorated. I'm not going to do my hand doodled borders or anything. I am just using stuff to make them different. Make them different. Okay, I want to do, those are pockets. These I like finding, because I've got train magazines, right? Just an image, and I make little paper bags out of the images from the magazines. So, I'll stick either the bag right into a pocket with stuff in it, or I'll use it as a pocket. So I've pulled out 5 of those. I like making those. They're fun, but they're trains. It's okay. Eclectic little journals. All right. So these are shorter ones. I should find some longer pieces though. Or should I just see what I got in here? What have I got? Let's move this stuff. Pull these out. You're hobbling today? Oh no. You're going on a trip on Tuesday? So these are the ones I did with that little texture plate. And I did that, where is it? It's a little texture plate from Play-Doh or something. And it's got, can't find it right off the bat. Annoying. Oh, there it is. Got it. Throwing a whole bunch of other stuff on the floor, but that's okay. So this is like a little texture plate from Play-Doh. You can stick it in and pull your Play-Doh or whatever up. And it's got 2 different sides. So I just take a piece of paper and I put it in there. And I take a crayon and I go back and forth. And then afterwards, I go over it with watercolor paint. So they make quite cute edgings of various stuff, guys. Oh, now I have to empty out that drawer to fit all that stuff in. Okay. Let's use the edgings on these. And this is a cute edging, but it's not big enough to go the whole way. Oh, that one's nice. I like that. Okay, we'll chop that off so that I can use this one. That one's going to be too short. And I'm just going to glue them down as I find them. Too short. And then the short ones I use on ATCs or journal cards, that kind of thing. Oh, you know what else could be nice in here? Huh. I should pull a piece of, or my snippet rolls, and do either a page or a pocket with a snippet roll. Okay, there's one with an edging. Brings up just a little bit, which is fine. Oh, this one got a bit of spatter on it. That's okay. I think I'm going to go here. Well, maybe use a wider one and cover up that hole that's there. Doesn't quite cover it. Wider one. I'll use this one because it doesn't have to be right against the edge. There we go. Oh, I love having paper strips that I can just doodle on, and I have a whole bin sitting over there, obviously, because sometimes you just get leftovers from whatever you're working on. It's just nice to have bits, strippy bits. So I ended up with what, 11 of those ATCs or 10 of those ATCs. So if anybody feels like swapping an ATC with me for those ones that I did on Tuesday with Anina and Miriam, I'm willing to swap. Just shoot me a private message. And we'll just do like a one-on-one swap. Do. Yeah, those knee warmer things are great. Or even the back warmers are really nice. I'm going to use the other piece of that on this one. It's nice to have some borders. We get those ones for the hands, like that you can put in your mittens and stuff for winter. They're called hot shots. And a lot of times I'll put one inside my brace, my hand brace. Put one here. What? Let's find something different. This one's fine. That one's fine. So again, I am just adding stuff to these pages for these little journals. As I say, I'm not decorating them very heavily because I'm not going to be selling these for a crazy amount of money. You just have to be careful that it's not interfering with the where your brace is sitting so that you don't get rubs and sores, Lisa. You kind of have to play around with where it'll work. But those are, or even if you have a tensor bandage, like those elastic bandages, and you just kind of wrap it. So all of the little folios of ledger paper now have an edging on. I am going to now put edgings on something else, another page. We've got these plain coffee dyed ones. I'm going to use these. Put them on these ones because these ones, some of them are going to get ended up getting folded because they're so wide. So it'll be a nice little flip inside. Right. Do they have them specifically for knees, Belinda? I haven't seen them here. Because I think that would be a wonderful thing to have if they're made specifically for knees. Okay, now I'm wondering if I've got wax on the back of this one, if that's going to stick because it seems to be lifting already. We'll have to watch some of these waxed ones. Okay. As I say, I'm just adding bits to the journals randomly because I don't know. I just don't know. You know, I know that I don't know, at least. I think that'd be a cool thing to ask. I'll have to ask my pharmacy have, if they know of ones that would work, especially in the wintertime when it's cold and if I'm out for any length of time, my knees do start to ache from the cold. So those would definitely be a bonus for me to have around. So I know a lot of times you guys laugh that I've always got all these darn bits kicking around. Well, this is why I've got all these darn bits kicking around. So I can just grab and glue. I'm all about it. The grab and glue. Your third brace, yeah. Yeah, I think I've probably had about that many braces. Since I've stopped working and been retired, my knees aren't giving me nearly the problem that they were when I was working. I'm not as mobile for one, and I am not eating a lot of candy. I had a Twizzler nibs addiction when I was working. It was like a comfort food for me, so I probably went through a bag of nibs a day, which is, so horrible, right? Yeah, I love to mass make. a lot of my mask making is because of the way I used to sell. So I'm so used to doing things in bulk. But I mean, when I mask make, a lot of times I try and do them differently at least so that they're not all the same. I'm thinking if I put three edgings or borders in each journal, that'll be good. It's got a little bit of a flow and similarity, even though they're not the same. It just carries on the idea. Do it this side so I can see what I'm doing. Just trimming off the ends. Okay, Belinda. Okay, have I done all those? You know what? I think I'm gonna have to break all this stuff down into piles of what pages are what. And that way I know when I've got all 5 done. If that makes sense. I know it's boring today because I'm just adding to journals. I'm just gluing today, guys. Sorry. Oh, I can't do matchy matchy as a rule. I mean, if I'm using a gel print, I try and have 3 pieces of the same gel print in the book so that it kind of flows, especially if there's more than one signature. But aside from that, hey, Kathy B, welcome. I'm just working on some little journal pages, making some mini journals. And so I'm just pulling out my bins of bits and adding things as I go. And I wanted 12 pages in each journal. Okay, so when I get short ones, I put them in the other envelope because I know they're not going to go the full length of pages. Oh, these are long enough. I could probably use them. No, just a little short. A little bit short, those ones still. Oh, that one will work. I have many envelopes of things. Those will probably work too. And then the shorter ones, like I say, I use them on cards and ATCs and that kind of thing. Okay, I'm just going to separate these papers. There's going to be one in each journal. I'm doing 5 little journals. I think it'll just be easier. While ironing, nice. Can't remember the last time I ironed. Probably when I was making a quilt. Aside from that, I don't iron. Okay, so these are the ones because I used the stencils that we did on the weekend. I think there's 2 pages for each journal out of those. Guess I should group them in 5s though, right? That way I know that each one gets, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. None of you are don't. 1, 2, 3. Ah. Ooh, I've only got 3 here. It's okay. It's okay. And I've got 5 of these. I've just been adding things randomly to these little journals. That's 5 different pages already, and I want 12. Hey, Angela, nice to see you. Welcome, welcome. 2, 3, 4. What a mess I'm making. 5. With this pile. So I was already playing, obviously. So I'm sure you guys remember me stenciling this on Sunday. So I just doodled one little butterfly, and then I found this beautiful piece that I had been saving for something, and then I put a couple of little dangly butterflies there. That's way over and above what I had planned on doing for these books, decorative wise. And then I've got these pages of lined stuff. I'm going to be using them more as flips than as pages, but I'm going to count them as pages because they're big. 1, 2, 3. I should have 2 more of those. You would think I would have 2 of those. 3, 4, 5. Oh, that would be cute. Definitely. Definitely be cute. 3, 4, 4, 4. Come on, I should have another one. Oh, here we go. 5. These are origami paper, so they're really thin. So I will definitely reinforce the pockets. But just, a variety of papers. These are from a manual of some sort. And it's an origami folded envelope, so they can unfold it and have the full sheet. It is glued down, but these are the kinds of little things I'm adding to these books. 1, 2, and then little bits of painted index cards. I'm using these pages. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. Don't look like 10 pages, guys. I thought I had 11. I'm short one of these, that's why. I need another book page like that. I can just use a blank book page. That was from, I don't know where that book went. Have to grab a page out of that book. I guess maybe. Huh. Okay. I'll have to remember to add that after. And then, you know what? I've got this other handmade lined paper that I did. with green lines. I've got it so that I can just pull it out and photocopy, print it off that way. So I'm going to pull the cutter out and cut these off at 5 inches. I'm going to do it on my lap because I don't have any room on the table anymore. Hey, Beth, welcome, welcome. I am just playing, making zoom in little journals. Zooming little journals. Because I have a sale coming up at a local store. So I just want to have some little journals that I can sell cheap. Oh, these definitely will. You know what? I'm going to fold them. So it's like that. A little bit in. And then this one will come like this. So that I can have it so that it flips out. But I don't want it right to the edge. This one will have to be right to the edge. But next time I'll fold it small. Next time I will fold it small. Look, that doesn't look even. What the heck? So these big pages, yeah, no, you know what? This has to come in just a little bit more. So since I've got that other fold in here because I goofed, I can put a border, one of these border strips on there. So it's not going to interfere with the fold. Because I still have another edging strip to put in the on, through the journal. I'll put them on these pages. Perfect. There we go. Perfect. So this would be going along that edge. We will cut it here. This has gold felt marker or something on it. So what have you guys been up to? What have you got planned for the weekend? Beth? Anything fun? On Sunday, for Sunday Fun Day Feral Artist Groups Brunch, we are doing sewing. So what? Sewing because, and I don't know what kind of sewing everybody's doing, but we're going to be doing sewing. So I'm putting that right close to the edge. It will cover up that fold on this side. And on this side, it's not going to be as noticeable because the wetness of the glue will kind of take the extra fold out. No sew for you? Okay, so I'm going to trim these edges, these ends. Oh, see, I'm not on screen. Why aren't you guys yelling at me about that? Okay, so there's one. I said I had 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9, 10. This is 11. And that one will be 12. Okay, so we're good. We are good. So that needs an edging piece. 4 car shows that weekend. All right. Nice. Nice, nice. I'm processing apples this weekend. Next weekend is the Family Canasta Wars. And then the weekend after that, I'm hoping to go see that Scarecrow Festival. Okay, so I started by putting the edging on that piece. The nice thing about this lined paper is I can put it this way or I can put it in this way. It doesn't really matter. Just pile these up now. I think I need another shorter piece of paper. I should use guest checks. I can use guest checks. That's what I could do. Okay, that's got an edging piece. This one needs an edging piece. Let's put it on this one. Oh, it's a little short, but it's a fun piece. I'm going to put it on anyway. No, you glue this. You don't glue that. I'm going to have a mucky mark on that piece of paper. Oh, I guess maybe these white pages, these really, really white pages, I should edge with the muck water as well. What do you guys think? Now that I've got stuff glued down on it, I can still do that. No, 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 no. I want you right against the edge. Right against the edge. Like this. Guest check? Oh, that's one of those, yeah, the waitress will write your order on it, or, yeah, like that. I think this one's going to go this way. Yeah, and gives it to the cook. There you go. Yeah, because that's a pretty darn white, isn't it? I think it's just really white. Really, really white. I like these edging pieces. They're fun. They're all random. See, and I'm even working so you guys can't even see me gluing. I'm just flipping papers around on the screen, and you guys aren't saying anything that I'm off screen. I got way too much junk on my desk. I'm getting glue on things I'm not supposed to get glue on. Yeah, usually 2 copies. Sometimes 3, depending. And one more. And I need one of those book pages. And I need to put a stencil on it of some sort. What did I did with that book? Is it under this pile? It is under this pile. Oh, guys, I got such a mess. Oh, guys, I'm sorry. My desk is such a mess. I'm working on journals, 5 journals at once, and so when you're working on 5 journals simultaneously, you seem to get more of a mess. And this is backwards. Well, I get more of a mess when I'm working on 5 journals at once. All right, Beth. Running out of room on my floor, guys. This is really looking like a hoarder's paradise right now with all the little trails through. Okay, so that's going to go with those. I have to put a border on or some sort of stencil or not. Okay, I'm going to clean up these border things right away because now I've got 3 in each journal. Yeah, they're on the same pages, on the same folios, but they're not all in the same place. I've mixed them up for what edges they go on. So like I say, they're the same but different. And all the edgings are different. Yeah. All right, now I can put these borders away. Match. I've got 5 of these, so that's going to be these go in the envelope that I put here. These are the kinds of things, if I sat in front of the TV, I would do. But since I'm not watching TV and haven't for a while, that's why I've got bins of ones to do. See this nice little doodle piece is going in the garbage. Okay, so that's edgings. Edgings are done. Those pockets are done. these are the covers. Those pockets are still wet, by the way. That's the problem with using muck water, is it doesn't dry quite as fast as ink, obviously. These little pages here out of the origami paper, I'm just going to take strips of white paper and glue them along the edge so that it's got a bit of strength to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these and I'm going to run them through the cutter, probably about half an inch, maybe an inch in width. So I did manage to kill that cricket the other day, guys. And I touch wood, touch wood, touch wood. I haven't had another one so far. About half an inch. We'll see what that is. It's not level. Not quite half an inch. When you've got these narrow strips like that and you're trying to use these kinds of cutters, I find it a real pain in the you know what. I have approximately half-inch strips, probably a little bit bigger. I don't care. I really much rather use my quilting ruler and the rotary cutter because it's really hard to get it equal between. Oh, thanks, Sherry. Nice to see you. Welcome, welcome. An equal length all the way down. So I'm going to quickly glue these in here on these edges. I know, I'm just gluing and being boring today. I admit it. You know what? I have glue stick. Let's even cheat and use a glue stick because that will even be faster. I had a piece of paper on here and I moved it because it was crazy white. And I don't know what I did with it. I moved it over someplace and I don't know where it went. Well, you know what? We're just going to use this glue stick anyway. So I think it'll just pull nicely down that whole piece. Your arm won't let you type. Your arm is still bothering you that much, Teresa? I am so sorry to hear that. That is not good. Not good. Yeah, I know. It's still where I put it. You know what my left side usually looks like, and it's worse. It is worse. Okay, so there's one. See, this is okay to be nice and thin and light because it doesn't take up much space. But if you're using a pocket that's this thin, the chances of ripping are pretty high. Did I cut 5? I did not cut 5. Look at that. Okay, no, we're using this glue. Not sure I'm a fan of this glue stick. I think I used, can't remember. I can't remember. Because I do a little bit each day and put it aside, right? But I did those ones out of the coffee dyed paper, and they've got pockets. And I don't remember if I reinforced that those pocket edges. You need to cut these in half. You know what? Watch this. They're going inside pockets. If they're straight at the bottom, they're whatever, the tops are straight, that's what matters, right? Right. Yeah, there must be with my Goonie Birds, Belinda. I still can't find my Goonie Birds. I'm absolutely sick. Because I really want to have that book done for those kids for Christmas. And my Goonie Birds are missing. So I'm gonna make up 26 more, 27, and it'll be what it will be. So one day in the next couple of days, we're going to be making Goonie Birds. Maybe Tuesday. Maybe Tuesday. All I know is that I'm a little irritated at myself for putting them someplace safe. And this. Need 5? 5 what? Unibirds? I need 26. Although I think I've got a couple that I made just out of scraps recently. Because I saw one way over there when I was doing something else. It's like, hey, what are you doing over here? And then I realized it's because it was one of my using up scrap videos. Annoying. Okay, so those are now glued for pockets. Let's glue the pockets together while we've got these. Well, of course they'll turn up when I least expect it. Oh, yeah. 5 strips of glue for backing, or 5 strips of paper for edging these pockets, yeah. Just gluing down the edges. See, things are all over my place here. Just a mess. Just a mess. The nice thing about these papers being so light is you really don't need that much glue to hold them together. Uh-oh, that one's got a bubble. Let's trim this edge. We're good, we're good. We're good, we're good. You know, these little pockets, just add a bit of something. I'm leaving the majority of this as writing space in these journals because I think when I overfill for this location, it's more a case of, well, what do you do? There's no place to write. So if they don't sell and I get them back, I can always embellish them a little bit more for other things. Because, I mean, these would be cute little journals to use for our monthly journals. Okay. Oh, see, that's something I should have been doing too. Our journal of the month I could add an edging to that. I haven't put the edgings away. Let's just grab an edging. Use this one. This is the journal of the month that I'm working on. This is the one that's going to be given away for the end of, what is this month? September. And so the thing is whatever I do this month, create with you guys, I have to do one and add it to the journal. So I've done edgings. I did those little pockets, but I don't have an extra one made for this. Although I do have that very first one, my prototype, that little hot pink one I could throw in here, wherever it went. And the ends. Oh yeah, Belinda, I haven't got yours off yet. It was supposed to be going out this week. My week has totally gotten away from me. So this one now has a border on. Where's that little pink pocket that I showed you guys? I don't know where it went. Why doesn't that, oh, there it is. This one. This is my little prototype of those pockets that I've got over there drying that have been edged. I actually even made little card things to go in it. And so I'm just going to glue this down flat on the page, not as a flip. Not sure where I'm going to add it. There's fabric in this journal. There's all kinds of stuff. Look, it'll be really cute right there. Right smack dab in the middle of that piece of calendar. I think that's exactly where it's going to go. In the box under my desk? I don't think so. I don't know where they are. Because the stuff that's under my desk, I have just been going through and dealing with a lot of the mess. I've been trying to do things one stack at a time, and whatever's in the stack has to get dealt with completely. Whether it goes in the garbage, whether I use it for something, it just has to get dealt with immediately. And I haven't found them. Nope. Nope. All right. So it's got one of the little pockets that we've made and a border. This is right. So these are done. These little pages. I was going to get guest checks. And I think that'll give us the 12 pages. Yeah. Oh, it's a great thought. You know, I have no idea where I put them. You know how I operate. Guest checks or receipts. Which do I want? I've got these. These are guest checks, like they're the ones that it's just a little. Bought it at dollar store so I could have them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. Yay. I'm just going to cut these top ones level because I ripped them. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Start a level. And so these are going to be our last pages to go in this book. These little journals. Which is awesome. So the pages are all ready. Or I've got enough pages for each. Now I just have to do a little bit of decorating. Those pockets that are over there, I wanted to put belly bands in. So I think that I have some belly bands made. They might be too big though. These can go away. The little piece here. Oh, and I was going to put text on the pages. If I've got enough text, I have to count those. Let's pull this. Pull the bin out. Oh, these are too big. That's too bad. See, I could have used those window envelope things. They're too big. Got these little index cards that I could use as. No, those are too big as well. No, but if I do them sideways, they could be like a tuck. Let's pull 5 of those out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I've only got 4 with calendar pictures on them, but I have 5 with box picture, like from Kleenex boxes or whatever, pop boxes. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, those can go. And then belly bands. Where are my belly bands? Did I pull them out? No. Here they are. There they are. Let's see what I got for belly bands. Hey, Jen. You did a yoga class? Nice. Yeah. Okay, first of all, let's see if I've got 1. That one's too tall. 2, 3, 4, 5. Got 5 corner tucks. Ooh, a little big. That's okay. 1. That's way too big. I can cut that one down. 2, 3. And cut this one down 2, 4. One of these has to work. Which definitely you could work. You could work. You can use that one as 5. There we go. 5 belly bands, 5 tucks, and 5 of those tucks. Whew. Look, guys, I'm using stuff up. Did you ever think I'd use stuff up? I didn't think I would use stuff up. Okay, so now these I think just have to go in the way they are because they're a really lightweight paper. Maybe I could put draw rectangles for writing in. Where's that? Where is that thing I was using for that? Hey, I found that crochet hook Andrea made me throw. She didn't really. I just had a klutz moment. Okay, I had, you know what? I'll use this. This makes great little rectangles for writing in as well. So let's just do a couple of rectangles on each of these pages. Kind of center them. And we're just going to use a colored pencil. Just going to treat it like a stencil. Just like that. And I'm going to do the same thing on this side. But I'll use two different ones. Because it's fun. Because it's fun. These, this little ladder thing is from one of the little jewelry boxes Ron made. He cuts a sliver off. So isn't that cute? Like little, um, and they can doodle around the edges. Another color. Let's use a blue. Use a blue. So yeah, I'm just working. Oh, look at this desk. I'm sorry. Those of you who have problems with clutter, this is not a good day for you to be watching me. Jan, I was gonna message you yesterday to see how Fee did at daycare yesterday. Hope she had an easier day of it. Jan's granddaughter is very little yet, and they're introducing her to daycare. And she's having a bit of a hard time, unfortunately. Because I mean, it's pretty darn scary being little and being, left someplace that you don't really know, right? Oh, thanks, Lisa. Nice. Have a wonderful date night. Good luck with the car shows. Yeah, leaving babies at daycare is as hard on the parents as it is on the little ones. Really is. No. Oh no. Aw. I'm sorry she's going through that, John. I really am. So, like I say, all these journals are going to have the same elements, but different colors, different, and the pages will be in different orders. There will be different things in the pockets and in the tucks. You know how it goes. Oh, that one's very pale. That's okay. They don't all have to be blatant. Well, you know. I did. I did. We had a lovely coffee yesterday morning. I met her so that I could give her the journal she won. I think that one actually went through a couple of the pages. Oh no. If I pressed any harder, it would have definitely have gone through. Those are done now. So those are ready for the book. These are ready for the books. What are these? Oh, I have to figure out how I want to put these in. Now, I thought that I could use them as flips. These are the hand done line papers, but on bright papers. I guess I could put them in as pages and fold them in. That would work, right? We'll just do this and fold them in a little bit. When I did this angled paper, when I drew it out, I didn't realize that the words are going down the page. I wanted them to go up the page, in which case it would have to be like this in the book. So maybe I do have to cut it down the middle and have that kind of like a tuck spot. Because when words are going down, you want things to go up. I think that's what I have to do. That's going to have to become tuck spots. So it's like this, so the writing's up. We will glue this one down on this book page right here. And there'll be a flip up. Should I glue it there? No, yeah, it's got to get glued at the top. I did accomplish a fair bit today, considering I was out picking the garden this morning. And I've got the kitchen ready to go for doing all the apples and tomatoes when I get up there after the stream. Oh, a little crooked. It's a little crooked. What? Straighten out. There we go. You need to be a little bit straight. There. That's one. And I don't know if I want the other one on this page. Let's put it on the back of this page. There's going to be 2 of these flip ups with these line papers in each book. So it doesn't matter if I have 2 different colors of lined paper. So this page. Need to cut off this bottom. You know what? Let's use a blade to do that, because that other bottom was ugly. I'm a Speedy Gonzalez. Well, that's actually kind of funny because One job I had, I was answering letters, and I could answer more letters than my coworkers, so they used to call me Roadrunner. Okay, so page this. Yeah. So fold up a little bit, so it's going to be a flip. Do that with this one. And go below that. Stenciling. Below the stenciling. As I say, these journals are for writing in. There'll be a little bit of fun stuff, but for the most part, it's for writing. This one. This one. I'm just going to cut these while just do them all at once because that just makes sense. Yeah, I printed these a couple of days ago because I wanted to use them in the books. Oh, I'm off screen again, aren't I? Sorry. I'm just cutting them, folding them. Because, like I say, when I designed them, I wanted the writing to go at an upward slant rather than a downward slant. Ooh. Don't want to glue it on top of. Oh, got to slide up just a bit. Don't want to glue it really on top of the stenciling that I did. Now I've got a cricket. Oh my. This is turning into a bit of a disaster. We're going to have to trim just a smidge off the bottom of that because it's hanging off the bottom of the page. And it's not equal, so it's got to go. There we go. So just fold it up a little bit on the bottom so that I can. Oh, okay, so I'm stuck all to those pages. Now, those ones are done with that. So those can go over to the side. Now we've got these other lined pages, but they're so white. I'm going to do these ones as well on one of the blank white side. Oh, good, Jan. You know what? Yellow's a happy color. That's important. That's important. When kids are using yellows and things like that, and it's happy, definitely an important thing. It's not black. It's not red. It's happy. Oh, these are just almost a little bit wider than that. Look, it just fits. Just almost a perfect fit. So then it'll be a flip. And turn the page. Lots of writing space. This will be the center where it gets stitched down. I'll put it on this side. Yeah, don't run out of the color for sure. Were you using acrylics, Jan? Or watercolors? Isn't that awesome? Oh, that's fabulous. I miss having littles to paint with. I really miss having littles. You've been chopping up the yellow? Yeah. Oh, I'm happy that I'm getting this far. Really appreciate you guys sticking around and watching me glue things. I know it's not super exciting. This is like production work, right? Doing the same thing on each of these pages, the same thing, you know, one is for each journal. I have a feeling I didn't fold this nice enough that it's going to be too big. Yep, it needs to come in a little bit more. Which means I need to do something to hide this crease. I'll have to pull out the edgings again or something. Hmm. Hmm. Rats. That's awesome. Jan, that is so awesome. That's what I miss about my girl living close, not living, close. She would always create with me. You know, the boys do not create unless I'm cooking. They'll help me cook, but they don't. They come down here under duress if I'm working down here. It's definitely something to nurture, though. You know, maybe I could. I'm trying to think of what I'm going to use for covering. I'm going to have to do the same thing with this one, I think. Nope, that one works. That one works. The other one did not work. You going to fit on there? You go. Yeah. It's so much fun having littles to play with. And it's funny the colors that they like. And the other thing, Jan, is you probably say the same kind of things to her when you see her work, right? So she's just being the little adult she is, and the same thing, right? But that is so awesome. Okay, so there's those belly bands. No, let's do the tucks first. Five little floral tucks. And they're going to go on these ones. These are, I have to reinforce these edges on this one as well. Good thing I've got all this coffee dyed paper sitting over here. I will strip it and do that. But before I start, I'm going to be doing, here a little, might, I'm going to cut this one down so that it fits just to the top of the page. That's better. Because some of my flowers hang over the bottom of the tuck. So it can't go right against the edge of the page. It has to go in a bit. Because when you go to open it, it doesn't open nice. Thanks, Dad. These are the journals I'm taking to the pharmacy at the end of the month. I have a spot there for a week. And if stuff sells, stuff sells. If it doesn't sell, it doesn't sell. It's one. Let's do the back one of this one. Ooh, I could do them this way too if I wanted to. But again, it's a little bit. It's got to go on the side. Oh, thanks, Jen. I also want to do some of those eyeballs that I did. So I think while I'm waiting for stuff to cook, my apples and things, I will maybe start crocheting some more eyeballs. More eyeballs. Some of eyeballs. This way. This way. This way. I'll go this way. Awesome, Jen. Yeah, I'm loving the eyeballs too. I admit it. It's like I'm a kid or something. I just don't get it. This side, it's got to go here because the flowers hang way over. But that's okay. So there's a little bit of pretties in here too. Not just all plain. Might dig out some twinchies. have some fun twinchies that I could add. Let's do these and the belly bands and pull out the twinchies and possibly call it a day. Wait a minute. Why do I have it? Oh, there it is. Whew. I knew I had 5 of each. Oh, yeah, I should probably take to my optometrist too. I'm sure he would get a good laugh out of it. Send it to him randomly out of the blue. Yeah, twinchies would just add a little bit of something up in the corner. Um, okay, so those are done. Belly bands. Now we've got the belly bands, and some of them will have to be cut down. I think I'll put them on the music page because the music paper is, great, but oh, some of these are way long. Let's see. I can cut this one down. I can cut this one down. This one I can cut down. This one I can cut down. This one I can also cut down. All right, here we go. Here we go. Belly bands. You know what? Let's put them on the inside. The pockets, I don't know. I'll pull the pockets off like 2. I will pull the pockets as well. Yes, yes, yes. So I'll put these to dry. Itchy nose. Gonna have to kiss a fool. Put it on this side. This is what I mean by they're the same but different. This little one has a whole bunch of French knots in the button on it. I think I want to, because this has Mod Podge on it, because it's a napkin, I'm just going to pin them, make sure they stay put. Oh, yeah, do what you do. Live on Sunday starts at 11 o'clock Central. So that's 9 o'clock your time, Jen. I have to admit, some of these belly bands are fun. Look, this one's got a chicken on it. Noon your time, yeah. You're welcome, Jen. It's sewing this week. Not sure what we're sewing. or who's sewing what. Actually, what I wanted to do, because we're doing the zines, is I wanted to collage a piece of paper with green papers in shades of green, and then where it overlaps, do it like a red scar line, and then do stitching across so it looks like Franken paper, because it would be Franken paper, right? That way. And so I would do like a green with scars Franken page to do my zine on for Halloween, because that just makes sense to me. Yeah, Belinda will have lunch. You'll have breakfast. I don't think I did one on the back. Let's do one on the back. And you know, even though this belly band's that little bit big, I think it would still fit within the parameters of the cover, like inside the cover, that I might not have to trim it. Might not have to trim it. Would be kind of fun just being up and over. Okay, so those are done. Yay! Belly bands are in. I've got these that I'm going to use as tuck spots. So I'm going to do down here and down there. Yep, like that. You'll have breakfast together? Nice. Nice, nice. So just glue the two sides, right? Because it's just a tuck. And I don't want to put it right in the crease, so I'm just going to pull it out a little bit. Because I've got the stenciling on the outside, these are all going to go on inside pages. And of course, you know, some of the circles will go up, some of the circles will go down. Nope, uh-oh, I did that totally backwards. Totally backwards from what I had planned on doing. It's going to go over here. Jan, did you know that Sewers had a Scarecrow Festival? Of course, I want to go to it. Town-wide garage sales, and the businesses will have scarecrows. They decorate scarecrows to the front of their businesses. I think that would be fun, a Scarecrow Festival. You know, I did that backwards, didn't I? Did too. I think I have to turn this one into a pocket, guys. Because I glued the top when I should have glued here and left that undone. That's now a pocket. It's okay. I like it fine. And I just did the same thing with this one. So yeah, this one's going to be a pocket too. Why not? All right. Yeah, I know. So I was kind of hoping that I mentioned it to Ron, but he doesn't garage sale. Sandra is the one that sent me the thing about it. So of course I would love to go. She doesn't garage sale either. So, okay, this one's going to go here, like this. Now I can do it across here. Okay, so now we've got the belly bands, the tuck spots, the two different kinds of tuck spots in. These ones have those folded pocket things. I do have to put some lined paper or something on these pages, but I mean, that's why I've got that bin of the lined paper. And I've got more over here. These pocket tuck spot things are dry. So let's decide if I want to use them as flips. You know what? I think I could use these as flips, guys. Because then they've got the writing space on the back. And they've got the two pockets. And it's supposed to have a little corner thing on, which of course I didn't put on, and I didn't put muck water on. I've got all these little triangles that I could do that with. Or I could just leave them and I could put something like an inchy or something on it. I think I'll do it that. So these are going to be tucks, flips. And they're going to go on these plain what are they called? Coffee dyed paper. Now, some of them are a little big, right? I had to fold them in because they're too big for the covers. So I'm going to fold the pages in before I put these on. I'm going to fold them in pretty decently too. It's nice to have pages of various widths, you know. So then I will put those on. Then we're going to pull out the twinchies. And then the lined paper will go on any other spots that we need for writing. Like the book pages, the music paper. Just like that. Now, these are a little bit too tall for those short ones, but they'll fit the taller ones. Maybe they have to go on the white papers because of those being so short. I want them to cover it nicely. And I think that this is also a little bit sturdier for putting flips on. Hey, Brenda, welcome, welcome. Oh, I have to go back, see what's been spelling weird. Snoop, inchies. Inchies. Inchies, yeah. Inchies or twinchies, either or. I'm working on 5 journals at once, Brenda, and I've got a sale coming up at the end of the month, and I figured I would do just quick, little journals that would sell for really cheap. Oh, look. These just fit. I think I want to take just a smidge off each edge of these. Not much, but I don't want them, because I'm going to have so many papers in these little journals. I'm going to have 12 papers. These longer ones could end up sticking out. So I'm just going to take a smidge off the edge of these papers. Just because. Just because. Think about there. In hopes that I didn't get any of that lined paper that I glued down already. Nope. Perfect. But look, now I've got a little bit of play in there so that when I've got the 12 pages, you know how they spread out, right? This way, if they decide to bulge out because they're so thick, I have room to maneuver. Okay, so what am I going to stick these down with to flip? How about I've got homemade washi tape over here. Let me see what I've got. The orange is the large tape. I think I'm going to use the orange. Remember when we did this homemade washing tape? And somebody was talking about it recently, and I said I put it on parchment paper because it doesn't stick to wax paper. This is waxed paper. It must be the parchment paper it doesn't stick to. Can't remember who I was talking to about that. But this is like 1-inch tape, so it's going to be nice to use. So I'm thinking that they're going to flip this way. I could do them so that they flip up. What do you think? Flip this way, up, or this way? You're headed home for a nap? Awesome. Awesome. Look at that. I'm going to have a red one with green paper. It's got to go on the back. Far away from that green. So I'm going to take a piece of this tape off. And it's going to be about that size. So what I'm going to do is have it like this. And I'm going to put some extra glue down on this because being like masking tape, it's almost like using um, washi tape that I'm not a fan of how well it sticks down, right? Because it's a removable tape in a lot of instances, and I don't. Okay, so I've got glue on it. Look, another crochet hook that will do as well. We're going to put this down here. Kind of straight, hopefully straight. Push it down hard. Now I'm going to trim off so that it's level with the pocket. The glue's wet, so it's really good to dull your scissors like that, guys, just so you know. And I am going to put it here at this edge, close to the edge, so that it opens from there. Oh, not on. Okay, so I glued it to the edge of the pocket and had glue on, and now it's here. But I didn't leave enough room at the edge for it to open up nice. So I have to pull it back just a little bit. So that it will open flat. See, now I've got a mucky mark on there. I am going to have to, I can leave it, or I can put a piece of lace or something. Okay, so I've got one flip done. Green one. Again, pull up some washi tape. Yeah, washi tape's bad for that, eh? Coming off. So when I'm putting these pages together, I'm going to have to be really paying attention for which way the pockets go, because I've got a lot of pockets and tucks. So I don't want to have too many upside down pages if I can help it. I know that we all kind of end up with them occasionally, but we could try not to. Down. Oh, see, I did the same side, so it's going to flip the same kind of way. We'll do it from here. And like that. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. So it will flip up and you can write on here. Oh, you know what else I can do that's fun? All right. I've got something else that I'm going to do that's fun after. What am I doing? Inchies after this, or twinchies. Twinchies after this. Oh, good memory, really short. Really short. So this one is stuck to the paper really well. There we go. There we go. Like that. like this. We're going to put it on this side this time. So it'll flip out the other way. I try and center it as much as possible so that it's reasonably straight. Doesn't always work that way, but we try. It's another one. Two more. Two more. Let's have one flip up. This way. It's just need a short piece. Kind of pull it up and see how long it is against the piece I need. And then I just cut it. Just cut it like that. I glue the whole thing. Then I take whichever side I'm gluing down and I put it on half of the tape. Roughly half of the tape. Then I decide where I want to put it on here. Let's do here. Down, make sure that it holds nice, it opens nice. Okay, that's 4. And this looks like a white piece of paper, but it is not white. It's a really pale blue. This one, how do we want it to flip? I got one this way, one that way, this way. Let's do this one up as well, over here. Oh my goodness, guys. It's almost been 3 hours. You've been watching me glue for 3 hours. Oh, well, I appreciate you guys being here and keeping me company, listening to my strange ramblings. And I'll be honest, I'm putting off going up and dealing with those apples. No, I'm not. I need to do the apples. Okay, let's go up a bit. There. All right. Those are those. Now, inchies. Twinchies. I want twinchies. Wow, I got a mess. Ah. Definitely want twinchies. Oh, what about some great woven paper? I'll think about that. I will think about that. Twinchies. So it doesn't really matter. I'm just going to grab 5 at random. Oh, this one with the boat. These ones have little flowers and things on. That was kind of fun. Let's do this one as well. 2. This one's got some stitching on it. Let's use that. 3. Usable 4. And let's use that one. There we go. 5 20s. I'm going to put these away right now because if I don't, they're going to get lost on that side desk. So these are the plain ones. Got border on. I'm just going to glue a Twinchie randomly on a page in the corner. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, I said something else though. Oh, see, I need to put belly band. Write that down. Belly band and inchies, 20 into that monthly journal. Okay, so there's that. Let's do it right in the middle of this page. You don't have to write on every page, right? They can write around it. They could write around it. These don't have an up, down, or sideways. Well, sideways. They don't have an up or down. Okay. See ya. Hi to Norm. Big hugs, Jan. Let's do up here on the inside. They don't always have to be on the outsides. On the inside is fun too. Okay, I said Twinchies. What else did I say I was contemplating? Can't remember. See you Sunday. I love having all these little things kicking around that I can grab and glue, guys. This is why I do it. Inchies, right. I thought there was also something else. Doesn't really matter. And this one can go right in the middle there. Why not? Why not? I like it. I like it. Oh, I know what other kind of page I was thinking of putting in here. Chopping up some adult coloring book pages. Putting them in. But I think I've got my 12, right? Well, I've got 11, but I've got the flips with the um, lined paper. Okay, inches. Inches. Inches are over here someplace. Here they go. They're going to go on these ones. Do these ones fit? Ooh, no. I have to fold these ones in as well. Ugh. Or take a smidge off the edge, but I've got the edges on it, so I don't want to cut these ones. But definitely need to fold some in. You know what? Why don't I fold some out instead of in? That's a good idea. Everything's going in. Some things can go out. Right? I can switch some of those ones around as well. Then, of course, some of these could actually end up being pockets right on the edge, in which case, if it's a thin paper, I will need to reinforce, but that's fine. Okay, so these have their folds in cheeks. Those are alphabet, different alphabets. A lot of these bags are empty. That's another alphabet. This is little wee flowery things. This is also alphabet. I don't think I've got anything with fives. Oh, look at the little owls. The little owls are cute. Let's use the little owls. Which one should I use? I'll take 2 owls. Which owls should I use? 1, 2, 3, or 4? I did take the Goonies with me when I went on vacation. My sister-in-law has not written or messaged me to tell me I left Goonies there, though. Maybe they're under the seat in the car. I'll have to look. 4 and 1. 4 and 1. Okay, so that's 2. I have little fishies with blingy things. Yeah, I will have to go and look in the car. Oh, this one doesn't want to open. Come on. I'm going to do these and then I'm going to call it a day because I really need to go and do apples. I have three little fish. I think I'll use the three little fish and the two owls. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Three little fish and two owls. Those ones can go away as well. Yeah, look, they will fit on some of these folded things. I think I'm going to put them on the folded things because, they're little. Then I can, of course, I'm going to come back in and draw the boxes and things for people to write in. Gonna do the covers. Going to do the closure. Oh, they actually go at an angle, so they do not fit. That's okay. He's still cute, sticking in the middle there. He's still cute. Yeah, these ones are kitty corner. Well, that's okay. Like I said, they're going to be similar, not all the same. The twinchies are different. The belly bands are different. Oh, I was going to put those on those pockets, wasn't I? Ugh. Well, I'm just going to have to put something else on those pockets. Something else. They do look cute on the angle. I love the little owls. Maybe they're goony birds. I don't know that they're owls. They got really big feet, though. And this one can go over here. Right in the middle. Or close to the middle. There we go. All different. Yeah, those eyes turned out really good. All right. So there's inchies, there's twinchies, there's pockets. All right, guys, thank you very, very much for being here today. I know that it wasn't anything too exciting, but I had fun. I appreciate you guys spending time with me. It's I'll still be adding a little bit more to it. Like I said, I'm not going to go all out the way I normally do in journals. As I say, I want to keep the cost around about $10. So anyway, thanks everybody for being in the audience. Oh yeah, I know where my bitty birds are. I've got bitty birds in a can on the table here. I've got some in envelopes, and I've got some more in a different can in the back. So yeah, I might add bitty birds. Maybe those can go on the pockets. We'll see. But for now, I'm going to call it a day. Thanks everybody in the audience for being here. Thanks everybody in the balcony and anybody who watches the replay. I know it's been a long haul, Bluin, but I really appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Have a wonderful evening. No, they're not with the Goonies. No, of course they aren't. Nope. Goonies are separate, someplace separate. Thank you guys all for being here. Big hugs to each and every one of you. And 11 o'clock Sunday, it's the Feral Artist Group. We're sewing. Thanks, everybody. Big hugs. Bye now. Bye, Belinda.